Hey everybody, welcome back to the Before I Forget podcast, the one and only podcast where one of our hosts breaks his mic moments before the podcast actually starts recording, so he makes everything harder to do.
I'll have you know that my mic breaks all the time and not just before recording.
So Cage came in the TeamSpeak a little while back, and he sounded like a dog was trying to dry hump a turtle. But he's good now. I don't know if he's gonna have to buy a new mic cable or something. What's wrong with it?
The USB port on the computer is the fucked up part, so I'm gonna have to fix my computer up. Unfortunately, that shit costs money.
Unfortunately, one of your computers is already broken. Is this your laptop we're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh
My
god.
laptop only has 4 USB ports, and the
Two of them are mouse and
cable
keyboard.
has loose. Yeah, one's a mouse. The keyboard's built into the computer.
Wow, I'm so
One's
stupid.
yeah, one's my headset, and one's my internet because the fucking
You have
wireless
a
card in it doesn't
USB
work.
port for your internet.
Yeah, I have one of those little wireless adapter things
Oh my gosh. So it doesn't have.
because when I reformatted it, it fucking broke it.
Well, you know where the budget from the podcast is gonna go now. Anyways, guys, we're having a good week. At least I am. Cage, start us off. Start us off. What's the news? What's the hap?
Well, I'm having a week, as you said. Some shit has happened.
Elaborate on this
Okay.
this
Okay.
shit.
So yesterday I ordered a pizza for my little brother for dinner. I drive over to the next town to get the pizza, thinking, this isn't too bad. Fucking weather seems right. I see some lightning off in the distance. I'm like, oh, I wonder when that's gonna hit. Maybe 2 minutes out from the town, fucking starts pouring rain, just fucking like storm chasing type rain, like fucking just blankets of the shit. I'm like, oh, that's how far out the storm was. I
What
pull up. What? What?
what day was this?
Yesterday.
Oh,
So I finally get to the gas station that I'm getting the pizza from. Pull up under the little awning where the gas pumps are under. Fill my tank. Fucking it's light enough at this point that I can run into the store without getting too wet. Go in there, pick up my pizza, pay for it and my gas. Fucking go out the door, and it's just fucking pouring like waves from the sky crashing upon the earth, and it's just like, man, this is gonna suck. So I fucking sprint across there trying to cover the pizza and shit so it doesn't get soaked. Get into the car, fucking turn that shit on, and pull out from under the awning. It's not raining at all. It's fucking nothing. So I'm like, man, that's a bunch of fucking shit. So I'm out there, fucking. I pull out of the driveway of the gas station. I get almost to the edge of town, and it starts fucking pouring again. Thunderstruck by AC/DC comes on the radio.
you're
It's just,
jamming out. You don't see the road, and you
I
swerve
can't
into a
see the
ditch.
road at all. Fucking I'm nervous some deer is gonna run across the road trying to get out of the rain, and I won't see it until after I hit it. My windshield wipers are ass.
I can always relate.
They're going full power, and it's nothing is happening. It doesn't help at all. Fucking the rain is coming down. The lightning strikes are happening. It's fucking. I go the speed limit.
That never
I'm not
happens.
attempting not to hit anyone. It just does not let up. Just the whole ride home, I'm sitting there peeking over my steering wheel like a grandma trying to get to the one spot where my fucking windshield wipers work. So I have my high beams on, and because of the rain, I can see like what direction they're going, and I'm pretty sure my right high beam is like has been like someone has hit it or something, like going by the car, because it's like angled way off to the left somewhere, and I'm like, huh, that's weird. So I'm sitting there, fucking scooted all the way up to the steering wheel, trying to peek through. Fucking, it's a bad time, and that was the whole ride home. And then as soon as I get home, it just fucking stops raining. I mean, thankfully it stopped raining for long enough for me to get into the house. But man,
So not to belittle your story or anything, but Did you get the pizza from the gas station, or was there a pizza place next to the gas station?
The pizza place is the gas station.
That's so shit.
They have better pizza than fucking Domino's.
Don't diss Domino's, my man. Their cheesy bread is good. The pizza is alright.
Their pizza literally gives me the shits. So I'm gonna diss Domino's when I can.
Well, I had Buffalo Wild Wings the other day, right? And I'm thinking, we just talked about some spicy on the last podcast. I'm gonna try to get some hot wings. Do you know what I did? I'm thinking to myself, blazing wings sounds alright. Nah, that's
You didn't get the fucking mango habanero? That's the good shit.
nah. I went with Asian Zing. Asian Zing is the one I went with. Not too hot.
Man,
But,
that shit's fucking mild as fuck. I like the flavor though, so it's alright.
It was in the red, or maybe I'm still colorblind, so I can't.
I mean,
see.
it's probably in the red, but it's mild to me.
I tried that. It wasn't bad. Got home and I ass blasted my toilet with mud monkeys and Hershey squirts the entire night. Don't know what was wrong with it, but my body does not like beat-ups.
The thing I don't like about fucking beat-ups is their fucking flats are always broken. It's like,
No. Maybe where you go.
the thing I don't like about the beat-ups fucking an hour and a half away from here that I go to get wings, the fucking flats are always broke. It's like fucking, it's not that hard not to fucking just beat the shit out of the wings,
The place I went to, there were 36 screens in iView just sitting in one place, not turning my head around.
Yeah, they have fucking tons of screens.
I don't know why, and they're all playing the same thing.
They have like a third of them playing the same thing. And then one is like trivia.
And the other's like horse racing.
They have fucking
Nobody's watching that.
NASCAR, whatever football games going on. They had soccer going on the last time I went, so that was nice.
Soccer.
Their pickle chips are fucking on point though. B-dubs pickle chips.
Not a fan of pickles or pickle chips.
And they're fucking pickle chips. Fucking great.
Kidge, we always talk about food and fucking terrible weather
I like food. Yeah.
and dreams. We're gonna change it up.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna change that. Okay, fucking hit me.
All right. We're both idiots. Would you agree?
I'd say that at least one of us is an idiot, guaranteed. Yes.
Are you talking about me?
At least one of us.
Well, fuck you too. We don't know anything. Let's talk about some controversial
I think
topics.
Together we make an average intelligence.
Let's talk about some controversial topics. All right, Cage.
Lay the hot shit on me.
All right. I'm thinking, let's talk about abortion or capital punishment. No, that shit's overdone. The drinking age should be lowered. Now, what you guys should know about us, Cage and I don't drink.
Yeah, at all. Neither of us drinks at all.
So, this will be interesting. Cage,
So this
what's
is
your
the
stance?
best topic for us. Okay, so my stance is people that want to drink are gonna fucking get drinks anyway, like pre-21. Fucking kids in high school the majority of them have drank before. So it's like, I don't think it should be, I think 18 is a decent age. That's what it is, across the pond, as it were. Fucking 18, legal drinking age. They're adults now. They can fucking handle that shit. And if they can't, well, fucking waiting 3 years isn't going to stop their alcoholic tendencies.
All right. So you're saying, yes, 18 is a good age.
Yes, 18 is a good age.
All right. This is going to be good. Because I say no. All right? In fact, when it comes
You
to...
want to raise it.
If it were up to me, this doesn't matter anyway because nobody ever enforces it. Because, high schools have so many drinking problems. And the only thing they're going to do about it is have an assembly with, like, an actor that's like, oh, yeah, I used to drink for 27 years and I'm 7 years sober. And then it's really inspirational and everybody's, like, clapping, going like, oh, yeah, I'm never going to drink. And then,
And the
like
next
2
weekend,
weeks
they
later,
fucking
they
get
get
smashed.
shit-faced. Yeah, they get shit-faced at this party. But if the law was enforced, right? It never is. Fucking speeding, drinking, all that stuff. Especially weed. There's a big problem around here. Because I smell that like every 2 blocks walking around.
You smell those big doinks in Amish town?
Dude, smoking big doinks, big fat doink. But if it were up to me, I think it should be raised because fucking people are fucking stupid when they're drunk, and the younger you are, the stupider you become when you're drunk. That's how I see it. Cause I've been to drinking parties in like high school and in college. I didn't like it because I didn't want to drink because what's the point if you're just gonna get so shit faced you can't even remember the night you had? And then it's just people act so stupid that they get annoying.
I'd like to point out for all you people listening that are thinking we're making generalizations. We're not saying that fucking everyone who drinks is a fucking idiot. We're not
Yes,
saying
we are.
all these fucking
If
drinks
you
are
drink, you're a
kill
fucking
you and
idiot.
shit. Everything in moderation. Fucking, a drink here or there probably fine for you, But it is addicting, and it does fuck people up.
For real though, I don't think everybody is a total idiot when they drink, but when you're younger, you don't have willpower, or no, you don't have, what's the word I'm looking for? You can't drink in moderation. How about that? And you just keep going.
Self-control, maybe?
Self-control, exactly. You see average intelligence between the both of us.
I remember the word.
But when you're younger, even when you're 21, if you're younger, ladies and gentlemen out there listening to the podcast, if you think the adult world and working is like super formal and you need to know everything, we're all just a bunch of big babies trying to figure out how to complete a common goal. That's really how it is in my workplace. It's never really changed, and it's always going to be that way.
People just Google everything. So, I mean, it's just fucking, you get paid and you have longer than school, but it's all just the fucking same.
All right. So back to the drinking thing. The law's not enforced as it is now, right? And I don't think it will be. If you like call the cops and be like, yo, there's a drinking party going on at this house, it's going to be like last on their list. They don't care all that much. If there's a bigger issue at hand, they're going to solve that first. In an ideal world, I think it should be raised until people know better. Because 21, you don't know better. You're still growing.
Man, people will never know better. Like,
that's sort of true. But, man, in the real world, I think it should stay the same. Because I definitely don't think it should be lowered. Because then you have problems within just general society. People get addicted too young.
If it's 18, people aren't going to be moving out just yet because the fucking housing market is ridiculous. So, like, their parents can help fucking moderate that shit, They can help you fucking curb that shit up.
I grew up in a house where my parents did not drink at all. There was no alcohol in the house. But I did have friends who had parents who drank. And, I'd tell them that, like, oh, yeah, I play guitar. And because they're so drunk, they go, oh, really? And then they'd make me play. And I hated it. Because they'd cut me off.
Play Wonderwall.
You know what song that was?
That was Nirvana.
It was fucking Wonderwall. What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know about that.
Drinking age, we sort of... Abortion. How about that, Gage?
You said abortion was overdone.
Well, fuck that. We're jumping on the train.
Okay, so...
Illegal, legal.
I'm not a big fan of kids. Kids, they're all fucking dumb. But
I know where this is going.
My personal stance on children being fucking idiots really influences my stance on abortion that much. Because I could love kids and still be pro-abortion. Because like having a kid just because you can't get an abortion for whatever law or whatever. It's like, that's fucking dumb. Fucking bringing a kid out into the world when you can't handle a kid is just like condemning that kid to a bunch of shit.
Yes, I fully agree.
It's like, I have no income, got like nowhere to live, fucking potentially this fucking boyfriend is like the third this week. I'm not saying that happens, all the time. I'm just using this as an extreme example. And fucking maybe they'll come to regret their decision in the future after having aborted this baby. But I think, one, that's pretty selfish, and two, it's really the best decision for the baby. You don't want to fucking, maybe the baby could get out of this fucking hellhole he's been delivered into, but like
Yeah.
the odds of that are so astronomically low. Just fucking don't force the baby through that shit, and just end him before he has a concept of him. It's not inhumane or anything like that. Fucking hell, I'm not saying like kill babies post birth, but up until like 2 years old, they're not gonna remember shit anyway. They've got no sense of self, no fucking concept of anything.
How do you know that?
Do you see a lot of babies fucking going off about shit that they know?
Well, they don't know how to parse the
Yeah,
words.
their fucking brains aren't developed, Duff. They do fucking CT scans and all this sorts, MRIs and shit on these babies. Fucking for whatever reason or another. We know how fucking baby brains work
We don't know
compared to
how
adult
our own brains work.
Kind of.
95% of the mind is unknown.
We know how they look, and we know that electrical signals do shit.
Average intelligence. All right. I fully agree with you on that stance. There's a very low chance, but there is the chance, but I don't think it's worth risking that chance. Let's say it's 50-50 at like best odds. Would you flip a coin? Let's put it in a different context. Would you flip a coin? You would bring someone into the world. You give them a fantastic life if it lands on heads. They're successful. They got a lot of money. They never have to worry about putting food on the table. Or you flip it and they're fucked and they have to live on the streets. And they're probably not even going to live that old. Or they get like addicted to drugs, something like that, to just cope. Would you do that?
Would I bring a person into the world on the chances of a coin flip? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes. Like 50-50. I'm saying 50-50 best shot of them getting out of a bad situation. Because in the real world, it's not 50-50. I am pro women's choice. And if men out there want to have babies, you can abort them too. It's not all about women's choice in this, right?
I mean, I think the father should have some say, but I mean, it should be dependent on the relationship between the mother and father. Like, if they just fucking met, it's not. He shouldn't have like as big a say.
The way I said it, made it seem like the father was giving birth. That's not what I meant, and I like how you parsed it correctly.
But like, if they're relatively long-term relationship, they're gonna want to stay together. I think the father should have some say.
Yes.
Because that's a huge hot topic, and regardless, it'll throw some heat on the relationship. It might fuck some shit up. It might bring you closer together. I mean, financially, you have to be able to support the kid. If you can't support the kid, don't have the kid. Or if you do have the kid, maybe give it up for adoption. Fucking, there are people out there that can't have kids, that can support kids, that want kids. It doesn't all have to be, abortion. It can be adoption. But you also have to consider fucking, shit, hang on, I lost it. Say something else.
Something else.
So you have to consider
You have to consider what?
the following. As soon as I remember what the fuck I was gonna say.
Welcome everybody back to the Before I Forget podcast. This is why we named it that. Okay, abortion. We're pro-abortion. We're pro-choice, rather. We're not like every baby should be aborted.
Fuck all children, but not sexually.
Oh. All right, we're done with the heavy topics. We don't know anything. Cage, lead us into the next segment.
Next thing. So, to a little more lighthearted topics, because for some reason we're talking heavy shit. I play video games. You know, I'm sure
I do
many
too.
of our audience also play video games. A particular type of game that I quite enjoy is an incremental game, or an idle game, or an upgrade game, however you want to say it.
I heard your
Now,
mouse clicking furiously a while back when you were talking about abortion. Were you playing an idle game?
I'm always playing an idle game, maybe 2 or 3. It really depends. So fucking idle games. I really like them a lot. So they have such a variance on like the type of shit they can do. There are only so many ways that you'd think you'd be able to make something, you know. Oh, this is you click this. Oh, this shit happens automatically. But there's so much fucking more shit than that. And it just blows my mind how all these fucking games can like start with basically the same idea and then evolve into such varied topics. So you have shit like Adventure Capitalist. That shit's pretty good, but I mean, it's fairly basic. You know, it's
That's
like you click this, or you get this automated. You make money. You spend money to buy more shit to make more money.
Would you say that was the catalyst for a lot of the idle games created today? Because that was extremely popular on mobile devices as just
that
something to do. Yeah.
Cookie Clicker caused a lot of this interest in idle games. But also I was thinking earlier, fucking Facebook games. Like I used to play a bunch of Facebook games, and thinking back on it, they were, you know, kinda like idle games. You know, you would set this quest or whatever to run automatically. You would get experience from it, and you would get gold from it, and then you could like open another quest. You know, maybe hire a few more people to do this thing. Fucking, I used to play Mafia Wars hardcore back in the day, and then they changed the whole game, and I never played it again. But like that kind of shit was idle. You would set it, you would forget it, you would fucking go watch YouTube.
You see, that's very different from the a lot of the mainstream games. So you like, when you're playing a game, do you like to be totally captivated by it, or is it more just a pastime? You look at it every now and then, you play it when you can. Something like Minecraft, right? Huge game. I don't really play it too much anymore. You don't play it too much anymore.
Okay,
Cage gets fucking angry.
Let's talk about my addiction to video games.
Yes.
I'm using the term addiction incorrectly, but just fucking humor me on this. So, what I do, except for League, I am actually addicted to League.
This is true.
what I do with video games, I see a game, I play it fucking hardcore for like a week, and then I burn out and I don't play it again for months. This kind of shit happens all the time, constantly. Fucking Minecraft is just the, I don't want to say worst offender. It's the one most that I think of the most when I think of my, you know, on again off again game shit. Like I'm either going hard or I'm not playing the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yes.
Minecraft, we'll find a mod pack. I'll play this mod pack fucking hardcore for 2 weeks to a month, and then I don't play Minecraft for like 6 months.
And you're very streaky about that, and you're very adamant. The thing about League, you are addicted to League. I think everybody is on
I
some
do
level
play
who plays it.
League every day.
And the thing I liked when I was little and didn't have a job and was very innocent Summer came around. You know what that was time for? Fucking video games.
Swimming?
No. Fuck swimming. Do you like swimming?
I did like swimming until
Fuck.
I fucking grew hair out of every pore on my body.
I fucking hate swimming.
Why do you hate swimming?
I just don't like getting wet in clothes. Like,
Fucking don't wear clothes.
don't you fucking... It's a public pool, right? I'm not rich. I can't have like a private in-ground pool in my backyard.
The other thing is inflatable pools.
The other thing is 4 seasons. I ain't gonna fucking get an inflatable pool or something when I can only use it for 3 months out of the entire year.
Use it in the winter.
Fuck swimming. I ain't gonna ice skate on that. I'd fall on my ass. I'm a fairly tall guy. When I go down hard. But what were we talking? Minecraft. I said Minecraft is just it's a game that everybody knows. It had its day. I think it's gone now. It's on its decline. Everybody's familiar with it. They play through everything.
Now it's like it's on the fucking Xbox, and all the little kids are playing it on the Xbox instead of the PC. Which I mean,
playing Minecraft.
Yeah, that sort of shit.
Yeah, it's still popular with kids. To some extent.
Like, it's so fucking different now. Because like when I was playing Minecraft, when I was big into Minecraft, let's say, it was version 1.2.5. They had fucking health bar. They had hunger bar. They didn't have all this random fucking stone types like fucking granite and shit. I still don't like those. They look ugly. Like granite, andesite, and some other shit. Diorite. I don't know.
Diarrhea? What?
It's like it's all like fucking decorative stone,
so
basically.
Stupid.
Yeah, I don't like it. It doesn't look good. I always play with the texture packs on as well. I like the faithful texture pack.
I never use texture packs. Okay, fuck Minecraft. All right, we were talking about idle games. I haven't gone too well or gone too deep into idle games. When Zero gave us that one in the TeamSpeak, I played that and I beat it. Yeah, I played that a bunch because that was something new. But the concept of an idle game over the course of I played Adventure Capitalist for 3 years until I beat it.
The subreddit Incremental_games and find fucking good shit galore.
All right, I'll put it in the description. I'm not gonna remember that.
Yeah, write that shit down.
It's written down. So what about that subreddit? Is interesting.
It's got a bunch of good incremental games, and every Friday there's a feedback Friday where people post their new shit and get feedback on it and improve it.
All right. So, do you try out every single game on there just see if it's interesting, or do you look at the top played games?
I open it up. I look at it. I'm like, this doesn't seem too interesting right off the bat. Let me give it a few minutes. I give it a couple minutes, and if it's still shit, I never play it again.
But that's the whole thing about idle games. You have to give it a long time before things start speeding up, right?
Nope, not true. If they don't fucking grab my interest initially, they can fuck off.
It's just clicking in the beginning.
Let's see how many idle games I have in my idle games folder.
Boom, boom, boom.
33.
33.
I have 33 idle games that I'm currently or was just playing. I gotta check them all. I go on and off.
I can't fathom the concept of 33. This is why you can't remember anything, because you're trying to remember what fucking idle game you have to play. I just bought Cuphead, right?
Did you just buy Cuphead? Okay,
I did just buy Cuphead. It's fantastic. I love it. People say it's really hard. I got through World 1 in probably 20 minutes. I didn't think it was that hard at all. World 2, it's a little more challenging. World 3, I know it's going to be a bitch, but as far as the difficulty goes, I don't see it being that hard. I still am very early on in the game, though. Something like Cuphead, right? I will focus on that game and that game only for a long time. If I beat it, I'm not too into the games where it's like story mode, you beat it, and then you can't play it ever again. The reason I bought Cuphead was it looked so interesting. I'd seen all these videos about it on YouTube, and I was like, you know what? I have to play it. I have to give this a shot. And I like it. I do like it. Is it worth the $20?
It looked like it had replayability.
It does have replayability. You know, you play through it once, you unlock expert mode, then you go back, you try to beat everything again, harder difficulty. But as far as just games I like, you know, I'm an indie roguelike fan. Binding of Isaac, Enter the Gungeon. Loved Enter the Gungeon when it first came out, but after I played that thing for around 3 months, I just didn't care about it anymore. Nuclear Throne. Nuclear Throne was a big one.
The fuck was that?
Was what?
I don't know. Check your audio. You just fucking exploded in my ear.
35 minutes. I'll have to look at that. But Nuclear Throne, I was really into that, and it was still developing, so things were coming out every once in a while, and it was super new. It kept the game fresh. The game was around 50% done in my mind, and they ended development, and they said, you know what, this is a full game, we're going to release it. I stopped playing that immediately, because there was nothing new that I hadn't seen before. I didn't like the game anymore after that. I spent probably like 50 hours in it, and as soon as that full release thing came out, played it probably like 4 times more. Whatever. Idle games? I can't. A game can't hold my attention for as long as an idle game needs to hold your attention in order for it to go to completion. Adventure Capitalist was different because that was on my phone, so I just open it up every now and then. And there was a time for like a year or so where I just didn't open it at all. I opened it up and I had like 20 quadrillion billion sextillion. They have stupid numbers in that, but. And then I bought everything, and the difficulty got significantly easier because I got past that hump. And you know, I do understand why they put those humps in idle games, because you know you gotta grind for it. But I'm not that grindy.
Hate grinding for things, but I still do idle games.
Someone else loves grinding for things. Wink, wink. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I can think of a couple people off the top of my head.
One of our friends will put at least like 200 hours to get like 2 achievements in a game. It's insane.
Currently, he's waiting 5 years for an achievement.
What the fuck? What?
Yeah. Fucking Stanley Parable. There's an achievement for not playing for 5 years.
When did it come out?
I don't know.
I'm gonna fucking go to his house and open it up.
That'd be... I mean, he'd probably break up with his girlfriend. Because he'd think she opened it.
It's a good thing I'm sneaky.
So, I have a pretty varied appreciation of games. Like, I enjoy some AAA shit. I'm not really huge on shooters, but
you like Star Wars?
I liked Battlefield 1 a bit when we played that. I like Star Wars Battlefront. That's my shit. Fucking that was my childhood basically. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Used to play that shit all the time. New one's coming out. I played in the beta. Fucking loved it. Can't wait for the single player campaign. That shit's gonna be pretty good. Fucking what was I saying? Varied appreciation for video games. So like, I enjoy some AAA shootery shit, but not a lot. I really like fucking rhythm games, fucking Guitar Hero.
Oh
Game Boy,
yeah,
that shit.
rhythm games are fantastic. I was really into Dance Dance Revolution at one time, right?
If my feet did what my brain told them to, I would probably love DDR.
DDR was fun. I also played Elite Beat Agents. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
It's like Asu, right? But it was for the DS. I loved it. And there was September. You got to do the Asu thing to September, and it was fantastic. And you had these dancing secret agents in the background. The game was fantastic. Played that thing over and over again. I S ranked every single song. And eventually it was same old, same old. I like creation games. Gary's Mod. Gary's Mod is really good. But
Fucking the hot dog and the shitting and the fucking spit roast.
Alright. We don't need to talk about that.
And that was probably about as juvenile as we've ever been.
What about the last podcast?
I don't remember what happened in the last podcast.
Before I forget.
So, I was talking about varied appreciation for shit.
Yes.
This is just me listing off games I like. Fucking Skyrim, love Skyrim.
I don't like Skyrim.
See, the reason I like Skyrim, though, is probably why a lot of people don't like Skyrim.
Why is that?
Because it's a casual RPG, you know? It's like, you don't have to grind out a lot of shit. Your shit just kind of happens.
My reason is it's too big. It's way too big, and I can't,
I thought it was a little small, actually.
Talking about my
Like, what do
penis.
you mean too big?
So, take Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example, right? This open concept, you can explore what you want to explore. There's a enormous drawn-out storyline, and you basically don't have to end when the game ends. I don't like that. If there's a game, I want there to be a defined ending, and if there is a defined ending, I want total replayability. That's why I like Isaac so much.
What Skyrim has a defined ending and total replayability.
It's too open concept though. I'm gonna put this the wrong way, and I'm gonna make it seem like I'm a super lame person. I like video games that kind of tell me what to do.
You like linear stories.
Until Dawn had a really good you remember that game, right?
No, never played it.
What? I never played it either, but you saw the stuff about it online, right?
No idea. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know.
So, the whole concept behind Until Dawn was this butterfly effect, right? Decisions you make early on in the game affect decisions later on in the game. It had a really good thing.
Is that the one with Elliot Page in it?
Elliot Page? Whom? The what? I don't even know who that is.
Is Until Dawn like a fucking 3D?
It's 3D.
3D game.
It's 3D.
Like,
they're in a forest, like a winter cabin retreat.
Yeah, it's got Elliot Page. It's got the guy that plays Ward on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Man, I don't know. Are you talking about voice actors?
It's like motion tracked actors, is what it was basically. Like fucking, it's all just like people put in a game, you know?
Yeah. But that concept of the butterfly effect, the decisions you make early on affect decisions later on, that was fantastic, and I would have loved if they expounded on that more. But it was basically an either or sort of thing. Like, oh, you made this decision early on, this one decision later on in the game is affected. And you can't help it. I didn't like it too much.
I thought you just said you was fucking fantastic.
The idea was fantastic. The way they implemented it was bad. It was like, it's like hyping up this big event and 2 people show up. It was all talk, no show. And I love the concept, didn't like how they executed it. Then again, I am a slave to League as well, and I think that's a fantastic game. So, as far as storyline goes, League has none. So I probably shouldn't be.
It used to have lore, but then they fucking
Nobody read that.
Man, people read that shit.
Yeah, and that's where Rule 34 came from.
Well, pretty sure Rule 34 existed before League.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. But Cage, I think we're reaching the end of this podcast. I'm getting super hot. It's raining outside, but I'm super hot inside. I can't wait for winter. I'll tell you that.
So let me tell you a little something about
All right.
winter.
All right, one last thing.
In the wintertime, it snows sometimes and it gets colder.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if all of you listening knew that, but winter is actually colder than summer, and I like that a lot because I cannot handle heat. Fucking
Yep.
if it's like 70 degrees or above, I'm fucking miserable.
Cage and I both have beards, and those things get very hot in the summer.
It's not the beard on my face that makes me miserable. It's the beard over the entire rest of my body.
You are a very hairy man. You Mexican, Asian, whatever you are.
I look like a fat Sean Connery.
I've got leg hair galore, right? I wear shorts 24/7, 365. I don't like pants cuz I overheat. But my beard's the biggest thing. In the summer, I like to keep it short, but I like my beard long so I can just play with it and I think it looks better. In the wintertime, oof. I turn into a lumberjack. You have a very... You look like Bigfoot. I've never seen you without a shirt, but I assume you look like Bigfoot. Cage has only seen...
That's why I quit going to the swimming pool.
Man, I never went to the fucking swim. We're back on the fucking swimming topic.
I shed really bad. It's
like
I'm
you shit in the
constantly
pool.
growing in my winter coat. So I have to like wear a shirt when I go in the pool, and then I take off the shirt, I turn it inside out, and I shake it, and there's just like this mess of wet hair. It's fucking gross.
So you're balding.
My body is balding, but not faster than it's growing new hair.
You see, my mom's side is super hairy everywhere. My dad's side is like baby's bottom smooth all over your legs. Back is barely anything. I wish I got some of that, but no. My legs and arms are fucking awful.
You're pretty sure you get hair genetics from your mom's side, so
This is true. Your mom's grandpa will decide if you're gonna go bald or not. So look at him, and if he's got a dome piece up there, you're fucked. You're going bald, aren't you?
yeah.
Oh no.
It sucks. Every day I look in the mirror and my hairline is just a little higher than it was before.
You keep your hair fairly long though, don't you?
I do keep my hair long, and it's I'm gonna have to not pretty soon because it's getting high, and I don't want to be one of those guys that has like that little
Bangs.
detached bit of hair on the front,
You can get
and it's thinning to the point that that's gonna happen. So
from all this mad money that Audible's gonna get us, please sponsor us.
Audible.com/fuck.
Forgot about that. With all that mad money, maybe you can get hair implants. Would you get hair implants if you had the money?
Probably not.
I wouldn't.
I might do like some
just embrace
Rogaine, but I don't know.
You see, I've shaved my head pretty short before.
I used when I was like 6 or 7, I grabbed a pair of scissors and I cut my bangs basically to the scalp. So I got my hair buzzed, and I wore it in that style for a long time, probably till like 5th grade, 6th grade, and then I grew it out.
You see, I like the fact that I don't have to worry about styling it or anything, and it's super easy to manage. It's so easy.
Yeah, I get super awful bed hair. I just run a brush through it and then fucking say that's good and go out.
When
my
I
hair
was
sticking up in all directions.
When I was in high school, I could not fall asleep unless I slept on my right side. I don't know why. Had to sleep on my right side. So when I'd wake up, my hair would just stick out. And I went to school like that because I couldn't put it down. It just got to the point where it was that bad. And people were like, why don't you put your hair down? You look like fucking Ash Ketchum or something. And I'm like, dude, try. I can't. And I'd go in the pool. I'd come out. It'd still be stuck out. So I just turned into a Pokemon trainer in high school.
My beard, fucking, I usually sleep on my right side.
Yeah.
And so my beard on my right side goes like upwards. So the left side goes down and the right side goes up. I mean, I try to brush it to like stop the fucking separation from happening because I don't want one of those forked beards, you know?
Yeah.
But see, what my problem is, I have cowlicks everywhere.
Yes.
I have them all over my head, all over my chin. So my beard just grows in different directions. My eyebrows fucking point up. It's all just fucked.
So do you have curly hair?
No, I have straight hair.
But just cowlicks everywhere.
It just grows yeah. That's part of the reason I wear my hair long is to have it weighted down so it doesn't stick up everywhere.
How long's your beard? I don't actually know.
Let me yank a piece out.
You don't need to yank a piece out.
So I cannot measure things with my eyes. I have no concept of distance.
Just compared to your finger.
It's about third knuckle from my index finger, but I have long spindly fingers, so I don't know how.
You can see them.
I mean, I say I have long fingers, but it's like I think I just have like really fucking perfectly proportioned hands, and everyone else has stubby fingers.
I'll tell you, my hands are enormous compared to the size of my wrist. It's awful. I got my mom's wrists. She can reach around her entire wrist plus like an extra knuckle and a half with her finger. I don't know if that puts a clear concept in your head of how small her wrists are, but I got those wrists. So I look like a stick with like a rock on the end of it. Like a big rock.
I can reach around my wrists.
I don't particularly like my wrists all that much. They're getting more swole, I'd say, with the gym.
Oh yeah, you're making sure to keep fucking wrist day up?
Dude, forearms are so embarrassing to do at the gym. You just
gotta pull the slow jerk from WKUK.
No, you take the dumbbell and you just lift it up with just your wrist. And it looks like the dumbest thing. So I'm sitting at the gym and I go in like the corner to do forearms. And I look so stupid. Gage, we're at the 54-minute mark. I think we should end it off.
I thought we were doing a Halloween special.
Fuck the Halloween special. We're doing that on Halloween. That's a Tuesday. Never mind. We're doing it on the 2nd. How about that? Halloween.
Shouldn't we do it the Sunday before instead?
No, that's the 29th. That's not spooky enough.
29 is way spookier than 2. It's got 2 in it.
Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for joining us on this podcast. We will see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.